Well, good morning, gang. Welcome to day two. Um, just getting it up. It's about 8 o'clock now, I think. And last night, although not the worst sleep, not the best sleep, you're going to be up every hour and a half to stoke the fire. And I find that the longer you do this, the more you train your brain to wake up when the temperature starts to drop and stoke the fire and then get back to bed and go to sleep. I did have a couple times last night, though, where I was up. Um, yeah, it's just kind of nice. Sometimes you wake up and just enjoy just the experience of being here in the nighttime and the sounds and just the whole experience, right? It's, again, hot tenting is not just about heating up the tent and going to sleep. It's this whole experience of, keeping yourself warm and listening to the sounds of nature and all of these things that you typically don't really pay attention to when you're back at home, right? Luna still looks like she's pretty conked out. Probably can't even tell that's her back here, the little black shadow. So we're gonna get some coffee going first and then maybe starting some breakfast. So we'll see you when the coffee starts. Well, somebody's using my coat as a warmer. Oh, we need to get the coat. I'm sorry. Everything's multi-purpose when you're hot tenting. What do you think? You ready to go out there? Or does it look too snowy? What do you think? You can stay there if you want to. Okay? It's coming down, that's for sure. Breakfast. Oh no, we're not ready yet, Eddie. So we have these original eggs and a eggs creation whole eggs. I usually take real eggs, but again, in the winter, making things easier because you're dealing with so much extra stuff anyway is great. So there's those. And here is a package of corned beef hash. So it's apparently the dog thinks it's dog food. You'll get some, I promise. Yeah, you'll get some. And the most important to get started with anyway are these little Starbucks coffee packets. If you've never used these, instant coffee sucks, but again, when you're out in the cold and trying to do things, yeah, I know. And this stuff is great, so let's go make some coffee. Lazy. Well, as I said, this might be instant coffee, but if you have to use instant, you cannot beat the Starbucks instant coffee. One of the things they do that's quite unique is that it's not just freeze-dried coffee. They actually have very finely ground, like very, very finely ground micro, beans. So you actually get some of that mouthfeel that you get with coffee, which you don't typically get with, a standard instant. So It almost fools you into thinking that it's not instant. Oh, almost. On hot tent camping, almost is good enough. Hey, Looney Tunes? We'll start on breakfast next. Corned beef hash and eggs. So stay tuned. Well, hey gang, Wolfman here, and Looney and I are actually out on the trail now. We're going to try and head down and see if we can't see the water. And beautiful place, as you can see all around us, lots of cypress and spruce and pine, and just a lovely, lovely area. I would say that the trails, the nature here, definitely feels more remote than the pinery. You can watch that video. As I mentioned, I compare the two parks. Definitely the campsites here, hands down, better than these trails. Luna seems to agree. Come. Gotta keep her close. Well, it sounds like water. We're on actually one of the roads right now. You can see that these are some of the other campsites. Really, really spacious and beautiful. These ones aren't open right now. These are tent only, no power. And that's again my note for the parks. Road's cleared, so it really wouldn't be much more effort to just open it up and let people like me, who are hot tenting, pay a little less money because we don't use the electricity. And I get it, they gotta keep the parks running and open, but just my note. This is a really nice section. I didn't include it in the last video I did at the Pinery, but I went through a walk through the tent only sites as well. And like this, I mean, you can see just stunning how there are 3 campsites around me, and you can't even really tell because the tree cover and stuff is just so perfect. Really, really nice. So again, Ontario Parks, please, pretty please, next year open up the tent only section. You're clearing the roads anyway, might as well open them up. Let's go. Well, the snow is definitely coming down now, and we're heading towards the water. It's interesting. Didn't realize these say, oh, that's right, this is the other campground. So we better put Luna on leash. We're back into civilization. You can see people are decorated for Christmas. Really, really fun. A little quieter on this side. Looks like they haven't got to the roads as quickly. Sound of the water's getting closer. Well, I think it's time to put this one on a leash. There's water nearby, and we had a trip a couple weeks ago where she decided to take a running leap onto a half-frozen creek, and it was quite the adventure, and not in a good way. So we're going to get her on leash, be safe, and get down to the water. Wow, pretty nice. Look at that, eh? Look at that. That's worth it. Wow. How's that for a reveal? Well, I hear that even when birch bark is wet, that it will still burn and light a fire. And this is a little bit wet, so we're going to find out if that holds true today. So this only saving grace of the crappy wood here at the park is that some of it was kind of nice bark. And hopefully that'll be its redeeming grace, because I can't really use it for anything else. So let's start with this and see what happens. What do you think? Are we gonna get lucky? Oh, it does burn. It's not to say I've got it set up properly. Oh boy, does it burn. Wow. Oh, jeez. I have to be careful with sparks. Boy, oh boy. Look at that. That's a wet one. It's a little wet, so I'm a little nervous. On that front you can really see it smoking wet. That's all right, we've got more of this. Let's keep it alive. All right, let's see what happens. And I've already got a few holes in the tent, which we're going to patch later. I'm going to show you how to do that. As you'll see other people saying when you're hot tenting, it's nearly impossible to avoid getting at least, a few pinhole, burns in the tent. They're built so that you shouldn't have any problems with fire or anything, but nonetheless, even with a spark arrestor, sparks do fly. So we got a few holes to patch up there tonight once the tent dries out from the fire. It's early afternoon. Leigh and I just got back, Luna and I just got back from a little bit of a hike, and I think hopefully if it stops snowing a little later, we're hoping it will. That's why we stayed here. We're only supposed to actually be here one night. We ended up being here for two because we thought instead of having to drive and take our chances, there was some road closures as well, just to tough it out here one more night, if you can call this toughing it out. I was actually hoping for an excuse to be able to stay one more night, so here we are, and getting fire number 2 going. So far this birch bark trick seems to do the trick. Okay, looks like we're getting a nice base going there. Let's get everything opened up and let her do her thing. Supper in the wild. Little fresh steak from a local butcher. A little sake, cold sake because it's cold. Oh, that is delicious. Almost like wine. Bon appetit. Oh, so tender. It does not get better than this. And again, that trick that I always go back to, canned potatoes. Pre-cooked, pre-seasoned, just heat them up. Don't worry about half-hard potatoes. And it's freezing out here. It's about -10 Celsius right now. It's snowing like crazy, but really glad I had enough of a break to get the fire going outside. I want to cook the steak. I always like to share a little with my Miss Luna. She's been so good on this trip. A little steak for you too. I did get her dog food from the same butcher, and I'll probably stop there on the way back because she really liked it. It was really inexpensive. We feed our dog real food. How about you? All right, I'm gonna go for now and enjoy my dinner as the snow's getting worse. Cheers, gang. Well, gang, it is snowing like the dickens out here, so as much as I'd like to sit and enjoy the fire, I don't think that's gonna happen, but we had a pretty good day. It's getting smoked out. Managed to cook that steak over the fire tonight, which was good. We muscled through, and as you'll see from the video footage, the table was cold. A little ice covered table never killed anybody, right? So great dinner. We are gonna finish this up now outside and retire to the casa, and we'll see you in there soon. Well, hey gang, me and Looney Tunes are definitely tucked in for the night. It has been a long, wonderful day. So loved winter camping. We had a great dinner. I'm sure you saw that already. And I'm not sure if we'll do a pack-up video tomorrow morning or not. I probably will, but in case I don't, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. Make sure you like and subscribe. And let me know what's your favorite part of this video and what's your not so favorite part. What do you think I shouldn't do next time? It's a learning experience for us. We're happy to do it, and we love to share. And I want to hear about your experiences too, so leave those in the comments. It's snowing again tonight. As I mentioned earlier, we elected to stay here one more night, longer than we'd planned, just to avoid the crazy roads and the terrible weather conditions. So here we are, just kind of chilling out, ready for bed. It's not even 8 o'clock yet, but that's how these things go. It's dark. Our bellies are full and we're tired. Had a really great trip. Can definitely recommend MacGregor Provincial Park if you've never been here. It's pretty cool. So thanks again for tuning in to yet another Wolfman Outdoors 289 video. And until next time, keep howling. Howl. I guess I'm the only one howling. Good night.